We live in the dumbest timeline. So let's start with that. Let's start talking about Donald Trump claiming that he's a lot smarter, guys, than AOC or Jasmine Crockett could ever hope to be. They just have no chance of reaching this peak of mental prowess that is Donald Trump. This is the actual, we'll start with this. This is the actual Donald Trump, him on the airplane talking about this.
She's low IQ. You give her an IQ test, have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed. Those are very hard, they're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. Let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine, the first couple of questions are easy. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know. When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions. AOC's low IQ.
Let me just say this. If your argument's about to begin with, this test is really hard. This test is incredibly hard, guys. And the first thing that you have to say is that the very first thing is the first couple questions are, is it a giraffe? Is it an elephant? Just stop right there. There isn't a test. There isn't a test that currently exists that ends up actually being really, really hard, guys. That starts with, can you identify the giraffe or the elephant? But luckily we have a really dope person in office right now. And that person is AOC, okay? Or I'm sorry, Jasmine Crockett, also AOC, is Jasmine Crockett. And Jasmine Crockett actually responded to Donald Trump and accepted his challenge. And this is the kind of shit that I am here for. I want to see Donald Trump take his cognitive test on stream. And I want to see Jasmine Crockett taking hers. I want to see him struggle identifying the giraffe, because you know he's going to fucking struggle. All right? So here you go. We can't play this, unfortunately. I wish I could play the clip, but it's Jimmy Kimmel, and I'm not about to get a strike on Matt's channel here. So we're going to read the article instead. Jasmine Crockett is up for the challenge of taking President Donald Trump's dementia screening test, which he seemingly confused with an IQ test. Once again, this is not the first time. It's not the first time. Look, I was saying this the other day when he was talking about the magnets again on the naval ship in Japan. You would think most people, when they get clowned for saying some shit, and I'm not talking about clowned by like one person, I'm not talking about getting clowned by some haters. I mean, people are like scientists are like, that's not true. Fucking engineers are like, that's not true. You would think you would move away from saying that. You'd be like, okay, let's just act like I didn't say that shit. Let's move on. Now, Donald Trump just doubles down. Donald Trump has been told over and over again that what he thinks is an IQ test is a dementia test, and this motherfucker just keeps talking about it like it is the Mensa test. Acetaminophen, acetamine, autism. On Wednesday, October 29th, the Democratic Congresswoman and lawyer, 44, from Texas appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live, where she reacted to the president's challenge, which he made while speaking to reporters on Air Force One earlier this week. Jimmy Kimmel introduced the idea of showing them taking the test live on air, saying, "Not only do I want to see this contest happen, I want to make it happen, and we need this to happen." This is what we need. Like, if this shit is going to be dumb, at least let it be entertaining. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Idiocracy did not do justice. Idiocracy was entertaining. It was funny. This shit is only funny because of how absurd and stupid it has gotten. He said, I believe this would be a once-in-a-lifetime television event. I want to give our brilliant, big-brain president a chance to teach those left-wing lightweights a thing or two about brain power live on national television. Kimmel said that he already invited the president, joking that he was sure he'll accept. He said, I assume you're aware of the fact that the president, for whatever reason, has challenged you to a duel of the medulla. Crockett confirmed that she was very well aware of Trump's challenging her to and fellow Democrat rep AOC to take the test after referring to them as low IQ. I know that he can't seem to find himself in the Oval Office to make sure that he can end this shutdown, but he does have time to troll me. So listen, if he's down, I'm down, she said. To see if she was up for the exam, Kimmel asked Crockett a few questions of the sort that Trump got on his cognitive assessment test. They included identifying a photo of an elephant and repeating a string of words. He said, wow, you're going to crush this. Are you worried about going up against a man who founded his own fraudulent university? I mean, this is not just any guy. Crockett assured him that she had no concerns. In fact, she said that she absolutely accepted Trump's challenge. When presented with three options for where the face-off would take place, she chose the hole that used to be the White House. This is easy work. Dude, I would pay. What would you guys pay? What would you guys pay pay-per-view? I'd pay $129.99. That's above my normal pricing. I'm usually a $99.99 guy. All right? Right now, I'm going $129.99. Okay? That's what I'm going with. I would pay as much as $200. And if I got tickets to the event, I'd drop a solid $1,000. I would pay a solid $1,000 to be there in person for this. Trump had said that he had taken an IQ test at Walter Reed. Of course, right after he said he had an MRI. A perfect MRI. They're really aptitude tests, he said. Trump said, let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine. The first questions are easier. A tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know. You know what's crazy about this? I tell people all the time, you gotta call balls and strikes. You should tell people, you should speak the truth. Because I think the left sometimes makes themselves look foolish when they refuse to accept that somebody on the right is intelligent at all. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. He's a moron, okay? He's a moron. Scott Bessent is actually legit a very smart dude when it comes to hedge fund management. And yet, during the time that Scott Bessent has been around Donald Trump, I am 100% sure that he has become dumber. And I can just tell you guys, from my own personal experience, just watching Trump videos for the past 2 years has definitely decreased my intellect. I feel like I'm practically back in the trailer park at this point. Speaking to NBC News in 2020, Canadian neurologist Dr. Zayed Nasreddin, who created the MOCA test in 1996, said that the test should not be used as a reflection of someone's intelligence. There are no studies showing that this test is correlated to IQ tests, he shared. The purpose of it was not to determine persons who have a low IQ level, so we cannot say that this test reflects somebody's IQ. Trump, of course, first bragged about getting a perfect score on the test in 2018, saying it was not the hardest. The fact that it's hard at all shows that he's got cognitive decline. More range. He's a more range. Oh, guys. We're never coming back from this. Like, even if we come back from this, the rest of the world is not going, they're not going to let us let this one down. You guys know about the China deal that happened today? that China is going to buy $25 million worth of soybeans in the next over the next 2 years. They're going to buy $25 million of our soybeans. Can you guys guess how many soybeans we sold last year? First of all, before we get to that, we're only going to sell $12 million this year. So we've already lost $13 million from the art of the deal. Guess how many millions of dollars we sell per year before this new amazing trade deal that Donald Trump tanked the economy for? We sold $26 or $27 million on average before Donald Trump made a deal to sell $25 million worth of soybeans a year for the next couple of years. We are never going to live this down. We are going to get sold like a fraudulent university. We are going bankrupt like a Trump casino. This fucking goose is cooked, brother. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.